On December 13, 2024, search and rescue personnel found a dilapidated tent and some human regrets at the location of Allen Mountain, 3,500 feet. After identification, the regrets belonged to the climbing internet celebrity Leo Dufour, who disappeared on December 1st. But strangely, Leo's remaining body was not found. In addition to leaving some bloodstains, no traces of fighting were found at the scene. On December 1st, 2024, Leo Dufour mysteriously disappeared while walking alone to Allen Mountain in New York State. He disappeared in the mountains of the Adirondacks like the world evaporated. As of December 10th, the police only found a water glass that Leo used and his car that stayed at the intersection. According to the clues provided by the authorities, on the evening of November 30th, Leo the mobile phone has broadcast 2 WeChat calls. The new account is from the 4,000-foot-high Mount Allen. It is puzzling why an experienced mountaineer chose to set out alone for the remote Mount Allen on a snowy day. He was killed by something, and where his remaining body was taken. The disappearance of Leo Dufour has become the hottest topic on the internet recently, and it has also become the most mysterious mountaineering disappearance this year. Leo Dufour was born in Quebec, Canada, in 2022. He is only 22 years old this year. After graduating from college, he stayed in a primary school in Essex County, New York, as a sports substitute teacher. In life, Leo's favorite thing to do is to conquer different mountains. He has registered accounts on multiple social platforms. He is enthusiastic about netizen answers, mountaineering knowledge, and wilderness survival skills. In a video, he answers how to choose mountaineering equipment, how to prevent bears, and choose a camping address and other questions to netizens. The video views up to 800,000. When asked if a person alone on the mountain is dangerous, he suggested that netizens should accompany, and if you are a novice, you must find an experienced guide to accompany. He knows that a person climbing alone is extremely dangerous, although only 22 years old. But Leo has become a member of the local mountaineering organization 46 team. The conditions for becoming a member are very harsh. They must climb the highest 46 peaks in the Adirondacks to join. The current number of members of the organization is as high as 16,000 people. Only 22 years old, Leo belongs to the youngest team. One of the members, the Adirondack Mountains, is located in the northeastern part of New York State and is the largest public reserve in New York State. This mountain range consists of more than 100 peaks, including 46 peaks with an altitude of more than 4,000 feet. Mount Aaron belongs to one of them, and it is also the most remote one. It is the most popular destination for mountaineering enthusiasts. Since 1892, the park has been strictly protected, and the park has been prohibited from mining and hunting, making it possible to maintain spectacular scenery and rich flora and fauna. At the same time, this is also the most mundane area in the eastern United States for bighorn sightings. The remote and pristine natural environment of the Adirondack Mountains provides the perfect habitat for this creature. If you search for the coordinates of the mountains on Google Maps, the first thing that comes up is information about the bighorn. The Bigfoot living here is called the Adirondack Bigfoot. Since the 1960s, there have been more than 40 human and Bigfoot encounters in the Adirondack Mountains. Unlike other parts of the United States, witnesses have said that everyone here has blood-red eyes and sounds that are less like beasts and more like female screams. The most famous sighting was the biting sighting in August 1976, when 3 teenagers drove from Mount Aaron. When coming home from the mountain, he was intercepted by a huge humanoid creature. He had a pair of blood-red eyes and a hairy body that was constantly waving its arms to intimidate the 3 teenagers. The 3 teenagers could only adjust the direction and drive towards the mountain. After going up the mountain, the teenagers locked the car door and dialed the alarm number. It was not until the police arrived that the 3 were out of danger. According to the bad speculation of the police officer Bill, who participated in the investigation at the time, the 3 may have been followed by the Sasquatch when they were still on the mountain. The savage followed them all the way down the mountain. He seemed to have locked the 3 teenagers into prey. According to the eyewitness report of the fishing net, the Sasquatch was more likely to hide their pungent smell and footprints in the winter when humans encountered heavy snow. Due to the increased demand for food in winter, hunger forced them to take risks and go to humans. A few days before Leo's disappearance, on November 24th, a farmer in Essex County was shoveling snow outside his house when he accidentally recorded a Sasquatch lurking in the backyard of the farm. According to farmer Palu Stephen, he did not see the monster at that time. It was during a follow-up check of driving records that he accidentally discovered a dark humanoid creature standing behind the debris world, as if he was hiding from himself. Palu was taken aback when he saw this scene. Although he had also heard rumors of Bigfoot, it was the first time he recorded this beast. In fact, cases of savages invading farms have always been reported. This smart beast will lurk into farms to steal livestock, and even twist the locked door through the window to enter the house. After more than 10 days of search, Leo Dufour's body has not been found. The authorities have determined that Leo may have long been dead. He went to Allen Hill on Friday, November 29th, is expected to return to the town the next night. The New York State Police received a missing report at 2:30 a.m. on December 1st, although the report came in a very timely manner, but the search process for Leo has not been smooth. Ranger Scott said, the top of the snow at least 4 feet, which made rescue efforts almost impossible. The snow escalated the chest. We were like swimming in the snow. Another ranger also said that within 2 days the temperature here dropped to minus 3 billion degrees Celsius. The cold wind speed exceeded 30 kilometers per hour. Even the professional rescue team cannot walk in the mountains. Cannot imagine how Leo Dufour reached the top of the mountain alone. The police then found Leo's car at the entrance of the mountain road. The vehicle has been covered with snow, although the scene found some footprints up the mountain, but cannot determine whether these footprints belong to Leo. A confirmed clue is found at the top of the mountain level. On the evening of November 30th, the FBI Hoshi Dorio's mobile phone had broadcast 2 WeChat calls, but both calls were interrupted halfway through. Since Leo's disappearance, 59 rangers have searched an area of nearly 650 kilometers on foot. As of December 11th, considering the dangerous terrain and climate, the authorities said they would suspend the search for Leo Dufour. Although the official rescue work was announced to stop, the civilian search and rescue team still did not give up. Finally, on December 13th, a search and rescue worker finally found the tent at the 3,500-foot-high Yam. Although one side of the tent had collapsed when it was found, the interior was also covered with snow. But because the location was relatively hidden, most of the storms were avoided, leaving the tent intact as a whole. The search and rescue team then found some human bones within 100 feet, including finger bones and toe bones. After identification, these bones did belong to Leo Dufour, but the rest of his body has not been found. What killed him, and where did he take the rest of his body? Why did Leo climb the mountain alone in the weather full of universities? Come here. Everything that happened to Leo seems to be inexplicable with common sense. Leo's disappearance has left many unexplained doubts. The most crucial point is why he chose to go to Mount Allen in the snowy weather. With his experience and understanding of mountaineering, going up the mountain alone on a snowy day is undoubtedly seeking death. Leo's girlfriend, Mary Chun, the two often meet together to climb the mountain. The purpose of his trip may be to take a real photo of Bigfoot. Essex County is deeply influenced by Bigfoot culture. Whether it is a community park or an entertainment venue, the cultural symbols of the bighorn can be seen everywhere. Since Leo is usually a substitute teacher at school, he also likes to share the story of Bigfoot with the children. Once, Leo suddenly told me that he wanted to take a real photo of Bigfoot while climbing a mountain. The children will be very excited when they see it. I was very surprised when I heard the news. I thought it was dangerous for Leo to do so. Leo once showed Mary a video he had taken. In the video, there was the roar of an unknown beast. Leo said, "This is the sound of Bigfoot."
Brother!
He was very close to me at that time. If I had been more brave, I might have been able to take a picture of Bigfoot's true face, but I only stayed for a few minutes before going down the mountain. I don't think he would have hurt me. If he wanted to do that, I would have been killed at that moment. Mary couldn't understand her boyfriend's strange thoughts. He also didn't believe that Lee would do such a stupid thing. In a video posted by Leo, he was on his way to Mount Allen. One of the netizens in the comment area warned him that this is Bigfoot's territory, and he can't move forward rashly. Through my observation of Leo's social media, it is not the first time he has spent the night alone. He has extraordinary courage and excellent physical fitness. It can be seen from the atlas collected by Leo. I am very interested in the Bigfoot of the Adirondack Mountains. It is understood that Leo carried about 20 kilograms of equipment with him when he set off, including ice drafts and self-defense pistols. He made sufficient preparations for this trip, but he gave up on whether to find the big armor monster or complete an unknown challenge. Perhaps no one will ever know. The second doubt is the water cup found on the top of the mountain. As a professional mountaineer, they will not discard their water cup at will. Obviously, the water cup was found after he was killed. At that time, the water cup was not covered with snow, which also shows that the time between the discovery of the water cup and the time he was killed was not far away. Here, it is speculated that he should have been dragged by something at that time, and the water cup he was carrying fell during the dragging process. The third doubt is why Leo's mobile phone was there. On the evening of November 30th, 2 phone calls were broadcast. He should have sensed danger at that time. Judging from the equipment he was carrying, spending a night on Mount Aaron was not a problem at all. Leo should have wanted to ask for help at that time, but his phone was not dialed before he met High. Of course, the most creepy question is who killed Leo. He carried a self-defense pistol with him. Ordinary beasts cannot be approached at all. Bears in winter are not often seen, and if wolves and cougars killed Leo, there should be traces of tearing and fighting at the scene. However, apart from some bloodstains, there were no obvious traces of fighting. Leo was more like he was directly swept away. This creature has the power to crush humans. The location found in the camp is very hidden, and helicopters cannot be found from the air. In addition to finding some remains at the scene, the search and rescue personnel also smelled a pungent odor, which had to make people suspect that Leo was killed by Bigfoot. Of course, it is not ruled out that he was killed by a beast. People who have come into contact with Leo Dufour say that he is a very confident and optimistic young man. He only likes to be with children when he is a substitute teacher. Maybe Leo went up the mountain just to satisfy a wish of the children. Or maybe he was too confident in his mountaineering skills and completed a set challenge. Mountain technology is too confident to complete a given challenge. In short, he went to the wrong place at the wrong time, which also caused a vicious death. The death of Leo Dufour has once again set off people's discussion of the Adirondack Mountains Bigfoot. This legendary creature has returned to people's sight after many years. At present, Essex County has become the official hometown of Bigfoot. This town has also become a gathering place for Bigfoot enthusiasts. Every year, the village holds a Bigfoot call contest. The contestants celebrate and discuss this mysterious creature by imitating the howl of Bigfoot, but no one can know whether this is a blessing for the people of Essex County or the beginning of tragedy. Perhaps in the dark jungle, a pair of blood red, his eyes are already fixed on the next victim.